We are so focused on the outcome that we forget about the process, the joy in the journey, the delight in the evolution, in the growth of who we are and who we are becoming. And we lose sight that we are ultimately human beings and not human doings. I come speaking this message because I can see this within myself. I have goals and aspirations of what I want to become and visions of where I want to be, and me not being there yet, and the mind wanting to play tricks on me, comparing myself to others, comparing myself to how far I am on the journey compared to other people. And whenever this starts to happen, I ultimately sit down with my mind and I quote unquote put it in its place, because in reality, the beauty is in the process. What is happening right now in the present moment is a beautiful unfolding of what is exactly meant to happen at this moment in time. And to remain grounded in this viewpoint is such a critical mind state to have, because if we aren't present, if we aren't aligned with this ultimate truth, then we start to think that our happiness resides in a place where we're not currently, where our happiness resides in those objects that we want to have in our lives, the manifestations and the goals and what we desire our body to look like, and the career that we desire to have for our lives, and the relationships that we want, and the entire dream that we envision ourselves. We get lost in the chasing that constantly, that we neglect to be completely content and happy and fulfilled within the present. If this is you, don't worry, you're not alone. The number one thing I've found that helps me get through this is to sit down with the realization that ultimately everything in life has happened for a reason. Where I am right now is an accumulation of experiences and events that happened to ultimately build me into the person who I am right now. I'm not that person that I envision of becoming yet for a reason, because I am me now, because this is where I am at, and I'm okay with that. And whenever we come to the truth that we are where we are, our life is a reflection of who we are currently, this brings about a new level of realization, because now you get to decide who you really want to be. This is something that has been really refreshing, revitalizing, and morphing my life into something that I've inspired to be for so long. And I'm realizing, and I'm sitting with the truth now, that everything that I've experienced, everything I've gone through, everything that has led me up to this moment was perfectly aligned in preparing me to become the person that I ultimately want to become. I understand what it is that is necessary to be executed. I understand now what holds me back from becoming that version of myself. And I have options here now to either evolve myself, to remain the same, or to de-evolve. And this is a liberating point of view, because now pushing through the resistance is where the fulfillment, the energization, the light, and the purpose in life stems from now. my purpose that I can see within myself, the purpose, the dream that I've envisioned for years upon years, and now executing it every day, having the opportunity to be that person is so fulfilling that even though I'm not where I could be, this process is beautiful because I know that I'm going to be exactly where I need to be at the exact moment in time. What and where I am now, the information that I'm sharing with you guys, the people who are on this video now, you're getting to receive what is being channeled through me for your exact needs at this moment in time. Everything in our life is working out for our favor, is meeting us where we are, and has a purpose. And whenever we start to love, to be joyful, to be happy and content where we are now, our happiness, our bliss, our peace no longer relies on external circumstances to be different, no longer relies on us to have something that we don't anymore, because we're content and perfect now. And this is a liberating point of view. It really frees yourself from the shame, the guilt, the regret that can so easily come into our lives without us even noticing. Because if we were there, if we were meant to be there at this moment, this exact moment, we would be there. And it's okay that you're still growing where you are now. Some people have grown in different areas, and you've grown in other areas that they haven't, and we're all growing together. We're all learning from each other. We're all benefiting from each other's journeys and where they are. But being able to have the oversight, the foresight, and the understanding of what it is that is necessary to chop the forest down is going to bring you to a state where you have the freedom, the free choice, the free will to step into that freedom, to step into that new life, or to continue doing the same thing you've done. And another viewpoint that brings me so much joy is that, for one, our minds are always looking for the worst possible outcomes. On default, for some reason, it's a survival mechanism. Our minds are trying to keep us safe. But if we look back into the past, everything has worked out in our favor, and all the times that we were worried, all the times that we were stressed, all the times that we were scared were really not reasonable. They caused more harm to us in that moment than letting go and surrendering, because eventually and always we make it through it. In whatever way, shape, or form we were meant to, whatever lessons were meant to be learned. And this is where the real evolution within happens, whenever we start to embrace, we start to be thankful, and to really sit with this present moment and to allow it to teach us what is being presented right now. I'm at a moment in my life, I'm at a period in my life where I've done so much self-reflection, so much introspection, that I really understand that I'm the only person, I'm the only being, I'm the only circumstance that's in my own way. And pushing through my barriers is going to be the path that is going to allow me to step fully into the person I came here to be, into my purpose, and to be able to fulfill my mission is all I'm concerned with. My real joy comes from being able to help anyone that is willing to receive the experience that I've gathered, the wisdom that I've been blessed with. And that really is the most fulfilling thing to me. Understanding that it's not about how many people, it's not about the fame, it's not about the validation, it's just about the impact. And that is the most important thing. And realizing that even though my actions may not be showing the fruits right now that my mind thinks should be presented with, I am being taken through a process, and so are you. What you're going through right now is building you into the person that is necessary for the help and the aid that you are going to be giving to others in whatever way, shape, or form that is. You're being molded by the circumstances you're in, and you have opportunities to either go into the evolution cycle by taking the scary steps, doing the necessary actions that are going to draw you closer to that life, or by remaining the same, playing it safe, and continuing to get the same outcome. Now, the thing that actually changed me, the thing that really put a fire underneath my butt, was the realization that playing it safe and remaining the same was actually harder than doing the things that my heart was always calling me to do. And the resistance was all in the mind. It was all mental. And this really is an ultimate truth that I've been sitting with, is that all is mind. It all is coming from your mind. And whatever is stemming from your mind, whatever limiting beliefs, whatever thoughts, whatever values are in your mind, and they weren't chosen by you, or they aren't up to where you desire to be, or they aren't serving you to the degree that is necessary, then we have an opportunity to decide what we want to do with that. Do the thoughts that are going through and being presented in our life, do they serve us? Do they serve our brothers and our sisters? Do they serve our futures? Does the comfort of playing it safe, does it outweigh the purpose that I am meant here to fulfill? If I could help one more person through my sacrifice, that was worth it. And that was something that changed my life. My sacrifices, if they can help someone, I will be more than happy with that outcome. Me waking up at 5 a.m. so that I can inspire someone, to motivate them to become a better person, to change their life, to grow so that they can do the same thing for someone else, is so rewarding that it fills me with an energy that is different than the energy that I would get from sleep per se. Sleep is so rejuvenating and comforting, but if I'm not committing myself to being fully present for all of you, for anyone who's here, then that ultimately will lead to me regretting it. And once you understand that regret is worse than the sacrifice, then your desire for change is going to rearrange. And it's understanding that all of this is stemming from the mind. So whatever you're giving your power to is going to dictate how you're going to decide to present yourself in your life. Now, You're where you are for a reason. And I know that intuitively, I know that inside you know what it is that is necessary for you to act upon, to take the next step forward, to evolve your energy to a higher level, to a higher state of being, to become that new evolved self. And I'm here to give you the confidence, I'm here to give you the motivation and the inspiration, because finding the opportunities within the challenges is going to ultimately show you that the resistance is where the growth is. Whatever you resist persists. So decide to go through it. Whatever it is in your life that you are neglecting to do, afraid to do, fearful of doing, but it's a common reoccurrence that keeps on coming up, something that you've wanted to do for so long but you're scared to do it, this resistance, this challenge, this problem, this issue is what is necessary for you to become that person that you were here to become. So fall into it, embrace it, embrace the difficulty. And if you can't do that one thing that you feel like is ultimately aligning yourself to a higher degree, that is ultimately going to evolve you to a higher state of being with the largest impact, then do something that is of a less caliber, but that will also do the same. And this is what I love about doing the small things in life that give you so much motivation. Like right now, for instance, this is my second video. I could have done more videos today, and I decided to mentally masturbate online, but that was a lesson in itself. But I woke up early today. I did my cold shower. I read, I journaled, I exercised. I took care of myself in all of the ways that were hard to do. I ate healthy. I nurtured my soul. I meditated. And all of these things were not easy to do. But ultimately, doing those little things gave me the momentum, gave me the confidence, gave me the upliftment to be able to do that harder task. And this is what I find so beautiful about exercising, about strength training, about meditation, is that these acts are similar to the challenges that you're going to be presented with in life. And exercising your capability to go through the challenges, to go through the resistance, is ultimately going to build you and create the character that is going to be able to handle whatever it is that comes and presents itself to you. And this willingness to take on head first the things that are going to be difficult, the things that are hard and challenging, and making them opportunities instead of problems that you don't want to face, looking at them as an opportunity to make yourself even better, you become a catalyst for your evolution, a catalyst for your growth, a catalyst for your purpose. And whenever you start aligning with that path, nothing can stop you, because you are living your divine purpose. And this is the most fulfilling thing that a human being can possibly do. Let me know what you think of that video. I'd love to hear your thoughts, if any of this resonated with you. If you have anything you want to share with the people who may witness anything you have to say in the comments, please leave it. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more videos like this. Sending you all peace, love, light, and blessings. Namaste.